Oh, that looks nice. Okay, I'm not mad. Well, hi. Welcome back to... No. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I have been sitting on just so many wild story times that I just haven't talked about or like haven't really gone into detail about before. And lots of people talk about how crazy their college years were. Insane. Except not in the fun way. I had stalkers, I was constantly sick, the teachers never showed up, the admin lost my most important test scores, and I was freshly out of an insanely toxic relationship, but about to enter a really healthy one. My brain just didn't know how to handle all this character development. So like any other sane teenager, I dropped out and moved to San Francisco with somebody who I was dating for only 2 months at the time. I mean, it worked well in my favor, but I wouldn't suggest it. Anyways, that's a novel for another time, but I wanted to like kind of like dress like how I did like back in my college years, and this is literally like exactly, I look like I'm back in college again. Except if I like shaved my beard a little bit. Yo, it's been 4 years since I've dropped out of college. But like, I also dropped out when I was like only 18. Anyways, before this video begins, don't forget to drop a like if you're all strapped in for this wild ride. And of course, grab a snack, drink some water, stay hydrated, and leave a comment down below letting me know what your college experience was like. Or if you've not yet gone to college, or if you're not in college, let me know what you want to major in. Or what you want to do outside of high school if you even know that far yet. If not, don't worry about it. You have plenty of time. Anyways, without any further ado, this is my ridiculous 6-month college experience. Let's just start off with the very first person that I see in the very first class of the day on the very first day of school. Well, I wouldn't say like ex of mine because we didn't like date really, but we kind of casually like talked or like dated like not too shortly after my toxic relationship was kind of like over. It's a lot. It was the most awkward fling that has ever existed, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Needless to say, we met eyes for like a split second in that class and then never saw each other or talked to each other again. However, within the first week, maybe first 2 weeks, I'll give it that. Let's just pretend I had like 1 week where nothing went wrong. It started out as this one random stranger just randomly added me on Snapchat one day, right? And I was that back in the day who would put my Snapchat on my Tinder profile for whatever reason, just let anybody just walk in. And it started out as just like casual conversation, like, yeah, whatever, like I'm always down for just like casual conversation, right? And he asked what college I went to, and I stupidly told him, which like don't ever do that. But I thought it was gonna be fine because like people put their like college in their Tinder bios sometimes, you know? And like people put their college in their public profiles. I don't know, I thought like, I don't know. I didn't think, it's a big campus, right? Well, I went to community college, so I don't know. There's just a lot I don't know. But literally, right when I told him what college I went to, he was like, oh cool, then I'm gonna transfer so we can hang out. Mind you, I'd never seen this person before. I still had no idea what he looked like. All I knew what his name was, and I'm not gonna say his name, but let's just call him Patrick. And not even like couple days, maybe a week later, Patrick starts sending me these really weird text messages of, oh my god, like I'm your #1 fan. Which I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean, because just imagine, you're just the average Joe on Instagram and Snapchat, just posting whatever random stupid shit you usually post about. You get like maybe 25 likes a photo, and somebody comes on saying that, hi, I'm your biggest fan. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, Patrick. And he would spam me, like send me Snapchat messages like right at 4 in the morning at the butt crack of dawn. He would send me Snapchat messages just constantly saying, good morning, it's gonna be a beautiful day, good morning, good morning, good morning, non-stop, like every 10 minutes until I would finally respond. Why I didn't just block him then and there, I don't know. But I was like, whatever, I'll just ignore him, it's like not a big deal. But the breaking point was every now and then he would send me pictures from like a quarter mile across the campus of me. Mind you, I still had no idea what this dude looked like. I had no idea how he knew where to find me on this campus. And the very last time that I heard from this guy, I was sitting outside of the library with a friend, vaping because that's just what I did back then. And he sent me a message saying, what flavor is your vape? It smells like apples.
It was apple flavored.
And then proceeded to send me a picture of me and my friend sitting just outside the library And now this all happened probably about a month after all this other creepy stuff that he was doing was going down. Eventually I grew a brain because it was at that point that I was like, yeah, no, this is insane. And I blocked him right then and there. And luckily, I hadn't heard from him since. So that was like my first like month, maybe 2 months of college. I try to block so much of it out. The next thing that constantly went wrong was I was literally constantly sick. Some bitch in my classes must have been preying on my weak immune system due to all the medications I was taking, because at least every other week I would get sick. And I'm honestly not even exaggerating. Just from that August to December, just in that little short month period, I got strep throat 3 times. That's not 3. That was an open hand. I know that's 3. First round, it was the usual strep throat, whatever, cool, whoop-de-doo, it sucks, right? But the second round though, it started like any other. My throat was itchy. It felt like I was swallowing razor blades. So I go to the doctor, I get prescribed the antibiotic, the usual, but it's a new one that I'd never heard of before and I've never tried before. So I go home, I try it. Not too shortly after, I start getting dizzy, fast heart rate. I'm like overheating. I feel sick. I have a headache. And I was like, oh, whatever. It's just coincidence, not a big deal. So I didn't say anything like an idiot and then took it again the next day. And then was surprised that the same thing happened because duh, obviously my body just was not liking this medication, was having a reaction to it. Then, like a complete dumbass, I got scared, so I just completely stopped taking the medication. Like an even bigger idiot, because you can't just stop taking an antibiotic like that. I learned the hard way because within the next couple of days, I was terribly sick. My lungs hurt so bad, my strep throat was getting worse. I was coughing up weird shit. So I had to go to some whack 24-hour clinic, and literally within minutes, the doctor was like, yeah, you have a severe upper respiratory infection, and you're like 2 days away from having a collapsed lung. So, with some new medication, I started feeling better within like a week, but I swear to God, I literally didn't feel completely back to normal until like a month later. I missed a lot of school, I fell behind, but I was able to catch up a little bit, a decent amount. And then finally, to finish off just that like school year alone, because this was just my first semester, I only stayed for like a semester and then like 2 days, maybe not even, of like my second semester. And during that first semester, I was taking a business class, and that December, I was in this new really great healthy relationship, and I got really distracted in that budding relationship, and I backed out and dropped out of my business class on the last day when I was supposed to present my final, just so we could hang out. Like, it was literally no important day or anything. Like, we were just gonna hang out. We hung out in a we literally just hung out in a parking lot. I skipped, and oh my God, I failed and skipped my business final to hang out in a parking lot with a guy that I knew for like a month at the time. Like I said, it worked out well for me, but I wouldn't suggest it. So, the breaking point for all of this, you might ask, was the admin losing my test scores. It was January, just a month later. I went to go take the placement test because I wanted to be in higher classes. I'm not to toot my own horn, but I placed very high in my writing assessment class. I really wanted to be an English major and just like do whatever I could, just like quickly get out of there, you know? So once I finished, I turned back into the front desk ladies who are working there or whatever. I tell them my score, I give them the paper, whatever you're supposed to do. And they tell me like, okay, cool, like in a couple of days, like you can go and like sign up for that advanced class that you want because you scored high enough. It'll be available on like your online portal or whatever. So a couple days later, I'm finally able to sign up for classes, and guess what? Lo and behold, it won't let me sign up for that advanced English class that I wanted to take. But of course, that was like on like a Friday or whatever. I remember it was the end of the week, and the office to go and like get that fixed wasn't gonna be open till the following week. So I waited till that Monday to go back in and be like, hey, this ain't right. It was different people working like the little desk area than it was last time I went to go take the test, and they literally couldn't find anything under my name. There was no evidence that I had ever even taken the assessment test, and I had no proof either. They suggested going into the class that I wanted to take on the first day of school and asking the professor if there was any room. Anyways, long story short, I did do that. Stayed the whole entire class period because I was interested and that's what you're supposed to do. And lo and behold, again, the professor had no more availabilities, no more openings in her class, no more seats. She was already like 10 kids over than what she was supposed to have. So I don't blame her. I feel really bad for her. But like I had no idea what the hell I was gonna do now. And then an hour later was another class that I had. And as I was walking towards it, I looked up into the sky and said, God, if you give me one more problem at this college, I'm taking that as my sign to drop out. And I'm not even kidding. That very next class that I walk into, teacher never showed up, like at all. And I waited the whole hour and a half with the other like 20, 30 other students, 10 of which left after the 45-minute mark. But no, I waited because I had faith. I was like, no, God doesn't want me to drop out. He's gonna bring her. But I walked out after that hour and a half, looked back up into the sky and said, I get the hint, I got it. Thank you for the sign. And literally never went back to campus. And then yeah, like not even 2 months later, I moved to San Francisco with this new relationship and we've been together ever since. So what do we get out of this, you dumb bitch? Thank you so much for asking. One, don't do literally anything I did. If someone is stalking you, take it to the authorities, block them, take action. If medication is affecting you weirdly, oddly, negatively, talk to your doctor immediately so your lungs don't collapse. And as for admin losing my testing scores, find a better college. No, I'm kidding. The college was fine. The college I went to was fine. Accidents happen. But I don't know, like ask for a copy next time, get some sort of proof or something. I don't know, just be more proactive and better prepared than me. Mind you, throughout all of this, in my own little personal life, I'd seen another doctor because there was, long story short, I got punched at a concert and I had like this like bruised, swollen little like chunk of blood stuck in like my chest breast area. Went to this jank doctor. She was like, it's breast cancer, like let's go get surgery. So always get a second opinion, by the way. Also, my previous place of employment, hot topic, was entirely obliterating my hours, like cutting my hours. I was making close to nothing. Should I tell stories of me working there? Because there's a lot. I think I should. Yeah. We should talk about that sometime. And my previously mentioned toxic relationship was hounding me and just not leaving me alone. Like herpes, he just kept coming back. Anyways, don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And go ahead, make yourself at home here and click that subscribe button right down below. It's free, and so is clicking that little bell icon so you stay updated every single time something wild is about to go down here. If you want to keep in touch with me, you can follow any one of my social media platforms. They should all be at masonscythe. My Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my TikTok, and all of it will be in my link tree, which is linked down below in the description. And my little secret vlog, Finsta TikTok account, whatever you want to call it, for more behind the scenes, random stupid stuff. Last year I did Vlogmas. You never know what's gonna happen there. So if you want to check it out, that will be at official scythe on only my TikTok. I like to keep that a little bit more private, a little bit more personal, you know? So I don't have it linked in my link tree, so if you want to go check out what's going on over there, the only way to find it is if you really have just seen any of my videos where I'm talking about it like this, so. And if you have already done all the above, thank you by the way, feel free to click on some other videos that I've already posted so you can stay up to date and entertained with everything that has been going on. And real quick, for all the people who like and want more of that urban legend, creepy style content that I used to put out, I'm not gonna be putting out too much of that content just yet. It is coming. It is coming. That is the main content that I would like to eventually put out, where I do a lot of exploring, talking about more creepy stuff, but just with everything going on, I don't have my full clarity back. I'm not really back to like my healthy, normal self. I'm just barely getting enough energy to do this. Like this takes, this takes the whole day. I'm still just all out of whack, but some creepy urban legend type of stuff will be randomly posted in my YouTube shorts, so feel free to look out for that. But anyways, with all that being said, which a lot was said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned, stay spooked, and I'll see you on the flip side. I'm exhausted.